Russian bitches, apparently you have to be careful around those because they're like on some escort work. That's how a lot of girls get by in Dubai actually.
As soon as we get off the plane, bro, Togi's literally like come up to my room. Like we're taking shots. Fast forward an hour and a half. Me and Tyler are on a slot that you've never heard of before with $15,000 credit in that bitch.
What girls got better recoil? Miami or Puerto Ricans?
Puerto Ricans, all of them have the frame.
Natural framework of Puerto Rico's pretty incomparable.
Did somebody give you the N-word pass? Because you've been dropping it a bit.
I mean, it's not that I have to even have one of those to let that shit fly, but
all right. We got the boys on today. How we doing?
That's good, bro.
What's going on, man?
TJ and Carson. First time Carson, first pod, yeah?
Good,
first pod ever, bro.
Ever, man, yeah.
Let's go. TJ, you were the second episode I did on the pod, right? No, we did the first episode, but I uploaded it as a second.
Yeah.
And now you're back.
Mm-hmm.
And we got again. Carson in the building.
Yep.
You guys are coming in from, I mean, we've had a pretty hectic 2 weeks. I think you guys have had a hectic.
Fucking insane, bro.
We were in Coachella together, which was nuts. And then you guys went to fucking Dubai.
Right.
So I want to go straight into Dubai because, I mean, you've been talking a lot about it on your socials and you also posted a YouTube video. Was it shit or was it fire?
This is what I'll say. If you go to Dubai just to stay downtown, you're stupid because downtown, it's a really nice big city, okay? But you can find that in Miami. You can find that in LA. You can find that in New York. What we found was the best and what like literally changed the entire trip for us was the Palm. Like the Palm was insane. That's something where you can't really find anything else like that in the world. And like people say online, like the safety and like the service out there is great, but like I don't know, the places that we hang out in Miami or New York, you know, you're getting treated just as well as you are out there. So downtown, there's not really too many differences to a main super big nice areas of a city, but the Palm, on the other hand, that's crazy. I wouldn't go back to downtown. I would post my shit up in the Palm, and I would go back to the desert. The desert was a lot of fun, and yeah.
Yeah, the same shit. Downtown kind of fucking sucked, but we were also like mega mind melted from Coachella right when we landed, so it's kind of hard to say, but going to the Palm was movie work. The food out there was pretty fucking good. The safety was awesome. There was like little ass kids wearing Richard Milles and shit, which is like, I've never seen some shit like that in my life. Yeah.
Like early teens wearing.
Bro, I'm telling you, like 8-year-olds, like wearing a baby like Nadal.
Not like a $250,000 Richie. Like I'm talking shit that you wouldn't even see. Like TPT might not even be sporting that bitch. Yeah.
So the oil money is real.
Oil money is
sure,
in full
bro.
effect.
But something I will say, they don't know how to dress for shit out there. Me and Carson were saying this, bro. So fucking embarrassing, bro. Actually so embarrassing. I've never seen more Balmain t-shirts. I've never seen more Montclair plain ass t-shirts. I've never seen more fucking Burberry whatever patchwork print in my entire life. It's like when we went into Surf Club, the club that we went to go see Prospa at, bro, they tried to nerf us at the door because our fits were too fucking hard. I'm being dead ass. I'm being dead ass. They were like, you can't come in wearing that, because Carson was wearing this hard ass Satoshi Nakamoto flannel and I was wearing this Capital like vest that was cut off. And I was like, they were like, you can't come in. And I was like, bro, I have text with the owner saying that we're good. And they were like, oh, well, I mean, yeah, your fits are fucking crazy. Most of the time we just don't let people in wearing this type of stuff.
Yeah, bro, they're literally like, yo, you guys aren't good. We're wearing fits that we would like sport on a Tuesday.
Shit,
and they're like, hold your horses, guys. Like Tyler, bro. If we didn't have the text with the managers, bro, or the owner of the club,
been clipped, bro.
Forget about it.
They made me tuck my chains, and then right when I got in there, I whipped that bitch out, and people were just like, holy they've never seen some shit like that before. So there's motion out there, but they like
Balmain motion though.
Yeah, like Balmain just right across the chest piece.
That's crazy. They try to nerf you at the door to go watch a show in Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't handle the ice.
They couldn't. And then once we got in there, literally dudes were just clawing at our shoulder, just like, who are you? Like taking pictures with us from afar. And they didn't even know who the fuck we were. They were like, yep, those guys got it.
Is it like South America and Dubai where if you're white, you stand out?
No.
There's a lot of like
white people.
Ibiza ass jits, like
Ibiza.
just walking around. Again, Balmain Screecher, fucking little designer side bag. But yeah, we fit in pretty well out there actually.
Yeah. Well, obviously we're just way flyer, but yeah.
Other than that part, yeah.
And you guys got some Dubai whips out there too, no?
Did we?
Yeah, he got a fucking
Is that 48?
F8.
Yeah,
That's insane.
That shit was cool. And
What's good with the license plates out there? I heard it's harder to get a license plate in Dubai than a crazy whip. Like people are driving Honda Civics with like a single letter.
It's the custom plate shit. It's the same here. Like people, it's a market. It's like how people sell Instagram handles, kind of. You like the single numbers and shit are like worth multi-millions of dollars. You get what I'm saying? Like you can get a license plate with just one number. That's what people like. They strive to get like random ones. I don't even think you can do text in Dubai, but you can do it in the States, and people pay a fuck ton of money for that shit too, like random words and shit.
Yeah, because I saw some videos where people were talking about like, oh, it's not about the cars. Like when you said like I haven't seen that many crazy whips.
There wasn't that many crazy whips, bro. Look, I mean, I would say maybe we just weren't outside enough or not in the right places. But I thought I was going to be seeing like Mansories just falling from the sky and like Bugattis and Paganis everywhere. We saw a single Bugatti. And we saw one single Mansory Cullinan that was like the same spec as mine that I had out here. But like, I don't know. It wasn't what people, I guess, hyped it up to be. I don't know. I just expected a little bit more.
Yeah. People do put some pretty high expectations on Dubai. Like I'm sure it's crazy, but maybe.
Oh yeah. The money out there is definitely more than anywhere else in the world. Like I don't think that's like up for debate.
You guys think you'll go back?
For
100%.
sure, yeah.
Okay, so it was a W trip.
Yeah, the Palm is, again, like that place is unbeatable.
Really interesting mix of birds out there too. It's something I've never seen before. You just have like a whole crock pot of like Islamic shorties, girls from the UK, which are pretty horrendous, but
scary, bro.
You have people from Thailand out there. You have Russian Jones, like and they're all just there. I don't know how they got there, but
the Russian bitches, apparently you have to be careful around those because they're like getting brought in and they're like on some escort work. Like those are like someone that lived there was telling me about that. They were just saying like you got to stay away from Russian bitches in Dubai because those are the ones that like they got flown out there for like a one-time crack and they just like literally can't leave anymore. So they're like, yeah, I'll fuck you if you pay my rent for the month. And that's how like they get by. That's how a lot of girls get by in Dubai actually, allegedly.
You guys didn't get into any of that business.
We didn't get into any monkey business.
No dirhams for crack.
It was there though. Like we went to the pool club and like you can just see in their eyes like the dollar signs. Me and Tyler were just like couple bevs deep, just pointing out different birds. Like, yep, that's 1,200 dirham. That's
for sure.
Would you say that the Russian Dubai girls paper chase more than Miami chicks?
Oh yeah. It's like a different paper chase. I feel like in Miami, the girls are like at least working, like they're paying for the majority of their stuff, I would like to say. But they're just like, oh, if I fuck this dude, I might get a Birkin. And it's like, word, like do your thing. But out there, it's like, you're fucking to live, pretty much. It's real though, right? Am I wrong?
Super real.
Carson, you called me one night and you were all fucked up.
Oh yeah.
Ordering room service at 3 a.m. I thought you couldn't even drink out in Dubai.
Wow.
Oh no, you can drink, bro. There's a 30% tax on alcohol though. So if you want a bottle of like whatever, if you go to buy anything, it's a 30% tax on alcohol just because I guess the government guys like want to make sure they just want to make it a little bit harder for you to get faced.
I called you at 3 a.m.
You don't even remember that?
That's not.
Oh, you remember now? That's why you said wow, because you forgot we were talking. Yeah, bro. You were just like, yeah, I just ordered all this room service, dude. Don't talk to me. I'm faded.
I called you to say that?
No, I texted you, and then you're like, I don't want to talk right now. I'm so faded.
Yeah, so I put this in my YouTube video, but I told Tyler to. I actually wake up that morning at 7 a.m. completely just like anxiety, no clue what happened. And I remember ordering like $200 worth of food, and I crawl out of bed, and the fucking room service people rolled the cart into my room while I was asleep. I have no clue like if they even knocked or whatever. But yeah, bro, it was like a fucking pizza, pasta. I had a tiramisu, and 7 a.m., bro, I'm still like drunk, just crushing that shit. That's
the best.
To give you even more context, at that same time that
Where were you?
He was texting you like, yo, don't fucking talk to me. I was texting him like ecstatic in all caps. I said, bro, they have canes on speed dial at 3 a.m. out here. That's what really made me like Dubai. I was scrolling. There's an app called Kareem where it's like Uber Eats, and like you can have bitches show up to your crib and do your laundry. Like it's just like an all-in-one app. And I'm scrolling on that, and I saw canes on the front fucking page, and I was like, no way, it's 3 a.m. and they can bring this shit to my door right now.
That's amazing.
It's what changed the game.
It's kind of like a delivery app.
Plus Uber, plus laundry, plus
mad efficient, bro.
Maid. You can even, you could get like a Balenci tee sent to your hotel room.
Can you get a ball main?
Damn, yeah, I can promise you can get one of those, bro.
Damn,
it's like that Chinese app WeChat that's like everything. It's like it's an all-in-one app. We should get one of those out here in the U.S.
I would agree so.
That'd be pretty good. Or actually, fuck it, just leave it the way it is. We don't need more apps out here.
Yeah, for sure.
So would you say you guys got a little bit of cleanse after Coachella and Dubai, or you guys kind of kept ripping? No,
rotate straight to Vegas, hammered. That's all I gotta say. Just like rotate to Vegas, hammered.
Yeah, that literally the travel day, we traveled for like 26 hours. The flight from Dubai is long as fuck. We had to wake up early as fuck for that, and then fly to LA for a dumbass layover, board that plane another hour. As soon as we get off the plane, bro, Togi's literally like come up to my room like we're taking shots.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, insane.
Does Togi drink every time he gambles?
He drinks like pretty not every day, but yeah, if he sees the sun, there'll be a bev in his system probably.
He's a fucking demon.
Yeah, I know.
Bro.
I saw some of his biggest wins have been pretty blacked out, like the Pepe fucking trade. He was destroyed for that shit when he dumped his cash in it.
He's smarter than you guys think, for real.
No, I'm sure he's smart as fuck. You can't do that shit and not fucking have a strategy.
I mean, yeah, he's like, I mean, I say this all the time. People see us and they're just like, oh, these guys are so dumb. It's like, then you make the money that we're making.
For sure.
You know, like you can't call someone dumb if they're doing better than you, like ever. So like, yeah, we may be dumb in some aspects of life, but we're winning. So
yeah, he's a fucking degenerate, but like there's a super method behind his madness.
How did that link up? Was that just like a spontaneous, like you're in Dubai, he's like pull up to Vegas?
Yeah, so this is what happened. It was crazy. Wow. Oh yeah, so wait, why did we? Oh, okay, yes. So the Dubai reason why we even went there in the first place was because my brother and his business partner, they both work for me, and then my COO lives in Dubai. My brother and his business partner were like, yeah, we're going to Dubai to go link up Adrian. And I'm like, oh, bro, what the fuck? Like, you guys can't go to Dubai, like, for your first time without us. So we were like, fuck it. We'll go to Dubai right after Coachella. We'll just go straight from LA to Dubai. It worked out. And then from there, that was like my brother's getting married at the end of May. And that was like his rich friends bachelor party, or kind of like one last hurrah. And then I'm his best man, and I didn't realize that we had also planned his like more broker college friends bachelor party literally the day after Dubai in Vegas. So when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, I have to go straight from Dubai to Vegas to do Connor's like bachelor party with all of his college friends. So then I texted Togi and I was like, yo, we're going to be here a day earlier before our Airbnb is all set up. Can you get us sorted with a room? I'll gamble, whatever. If I'm in Vegas, I'll throw down like 10 racks. And he's like, bro, I'm here right now. And I was like, okay, let's work. And then from there, yeah, we put some work in on the tables.
Carson told me when he got here that it wasn't his best gambling weekend.
It was a bad one, man.
It was a bad one?
It was a really bad one.
Sorry.
It all started with Tyler giving me these 4 bands. I I had in my mind, I was like, I'm gonna gamble with 10K. Like I'll come out with 10K. And like again, we 26 hours of travel, bro. We come off the plane. It's hard to like pull a lot of money out when you haven't gambled at a casino before. So I went right away and was like, hey, like when I play in Puerto Rico, I play pretty big. Like I'll pull out 5 Gs usually is like the floor for me. And yeah, I went over and they were like, yeah, we can't give you anything more than like 2K. So I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do with 2K? Come back over, he gives me 4 Gs, but I was planning on playing with 10, so I disrespected the fuck out of the 4 grand. I lost it like instantaneously, bro.
Playing what?
Bunch of bullshit,
Roulette is
bro.
where like
Don't
that
tell me
was-
slots.
No, roulette was like nasty with the 4 Gs. I think it was gone in like 5 hands type shit. Crazy. And then then my money's gone, and I'm like, okay, fuck it, like I'll take the 2 grand from the teller. The one when at first I was like, nah. And then I got the 2 Gs and I was like, well, I just lost 4. What the fuck am I gonna care about the 2 for? Pissed that away even faster than the 4 grand. And then since I pulled some money out, like me and Tyler are pretty fucked up with Togi at this point. We're just playing and like bullshitting. And I'm like, bro, I can probably pull the 10 grand out now. And I go and she's like, yep, like you lost all your money. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, okay, cool. Like here's 10 grand.
This dude literally had to sign like a full packet worth of forms. She was like, if you want to take out the 10 grand, you have to fill this out. And we're like just faced and he's just signing, signing his life away to this casino, bro.
How much is Togi gambling with?
He was playing with, he gets markers.
He lost 100 grand on that first day. So I lost 10 grand that day. You lost right around the same, like 11 or 12, right?
Nah, I lost the 4 grand, then the 2 grand, and then I pulled 10K out. I owed you. I lost like 16 grand. 16
Okay, yeah,
grand
no,
the first day.
now that
It was a
factored
bad day
that
for the
in, I
boys on day
lost.
one.
Just to give you like some preface on like how I'm not gonna get into too much of where the 10 grand like trickled down to, but basically fast forward an hour and a half, me and Tyler are on a slot that you've never heard of before with $15,000 credit in that bitch. We're just literally both drooling while pressing the buttons to keep spinning it. There's like people watching us. We have a crowd behind us. And there is a tray of filet mignon and pizza.
They set up a dining room table next to the slot for us.
Bro, if somebody would have documented that, it would have been... Me and Tyler couldn't even process what was happening.
I literally have a
drooling.
8-ounce steak on a fork, and I'm like eating it while spamming the
smoking
slot,
fucking
bro.
cigars and shit and getting piss drunk. And all of that's happening. And then we wake up the next morning and I'm just like...
It was bad, bro.
It's over.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was thinking it's not over because that same night while we lost all that money, Togi texted me and was like, I need bands. And I was like, I don't have my ledger on me. I can send you like 15K crypto right now. So I was using that as a leverage play. I was like, look, he's either going to lose all of this and whatever, he still owes me 15 bands, or he's going to make a bunch of money and then boom, I'll get my 15 bands back right after that.
And he'll probably toss you like an extra couple K.
Yeah, like maybe like a grand or two on top for like helping him out of the hole. And what ended up happening is the next day, since I gave him those 15 racks, he was like, yo, here's your 15 bands and chips. And then that's when I got to work and was able to flip that bitch into a 40 ball.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Was it in roulette?
No, bro. So it was blackjack. Like honestly, props to Togi. I'm getting him a gift with some of the racks that I made because he was just telling me like, I don't know how to play blackjack. I know the premise and like, I just don't know the book, you know, like, oh, if, like hit on 16 when the dealer, like, I don't know the percentages. So Togi's telling me like split, double this. And I had just like a couple really crazy, like, I think I split and doubled to the point where I had like literally 10 grand on the table and I ended up winning. And yeah, it was just, I don't know. I got really lucky. And once I hit a flat 40 grand, I was looking at the chips and I was like, shit, bro, I should probably be done because my luck is going to run up eventually. I was just like on a super hot streak. So I just called it a day.
The disciplined risk management kicked in.
Exactly. Yeah. And gambling's not like, I don't even have that much fun gambling. So like winning the 40K, I wasn't like ecstatic. It was cool to be holding like 40 grand worth of cash. That was like the only like fun part about it. But I'm glad that I made bread.
Yeah, that's lit. I needed some better risk management with my crypto.
Yeah, bro.
Didn't make it happen. But so yeah, I guess the damage done at Coachella wasn't made back in Vegas, but it was still a great trip to finish off the bender to remember. I remember when you told me you guys were going to Vegas, I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
The foot's on the gas here.
It's off the gas now, I can tell you that much.
That's great. And so, I mean, dude, you guys have done you did Palm Springs, Dubai, Vegas. Now you're in Miami. You're going back to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Are you done with Miami?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to ride this apartment out until the lease ends. I just think that's probably just the best decision because I was looking at my closet last night as I got back in from the blender, and I was like, man, when we do move out of this place, we got a lot of shit here, bro. Got a lot of clothes here. I have like a PC and shit here. It's gonna be a lot it's probably gonna be like a 2-week move out process in my head, and I just don't know where we'll put a lot of the stuff, so I don't want to rush the process at all.
Yeah.
Just like slowly but steadily like transition everything over as the trips just keep adding up.
And you both just moved pretty much, right? Not just, but like you moved into your crib, I mean, a few months ago.
Yeah.
And then you just moved to another crib.
Yeah.
How long ago? A month ago? 2 months ago?
Nah, I've had the crib for like
But you've been
5,
moving
6
shit in.
months, but yeah, there's like right when I get back to PR, there's going to be a shipment of another shipment of furniture that comes in, so it's like not even fully polished off yet.
Yeah, moving is fucking tiring as fuck.
Yeah.
But Miami's it's been a good time for you guys here, no?
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, we probably wouldn't be as close as we are now. We wouldn't be as close with like Jordan and some of our other friends out here. So we used it it was like one of the best tools that we could have done for real. But I just think we got what we needed out of it, and trying to travel like that, bro. This bender, as crazy and as like horrible as it was, this was like one of the best. It was the most fun that I've had in my entire life for real. Like I've never been able to just like fully clock out like this ever in my entire life. Like I didn't vlog, I didn't do any TikToks or like nothing at Coachella, and that was like the most fun weekend of my entire life.
I think we laughed more I hadn't laughed that much in a fucking minute.
Yeah.
Bro,
The amount of tomfoolery that was going on,
it's crazy.
just having everyone together. And I don't know, it's just kind of cool to be with like, you know, us, Jordan being there, Pactor being there, you know, everyone doing their own thing, everyone kind of winning and shit. And it was sick.
Yeah, the first day when we fucking cooked the steaks
That
up
was
and shit,
awesome.
that's when I knew. I was like, damn, this is going to be a fucking good one, brother. And it was.
It was a good one. We're going to have to reroute that next year for sure.
Way bigger,
yeah,
bro.
Are you kidding me?
Every year.
Every
way
year,
bigger.
bigger and better.
Mhm.
Did you, what did you guys think of the girls out in Coachella?
Some smoke shows for show. That brings out the best of the bunch.
There was talent out in
There
the
was
West
talent.
Coast.
Yeah.
Always is.
Zenyara is literally like.
That's, bro, yeah, you're just walking through a field of flowers out there.
Bury me in Zenyara.
Right? Yeah.
Shout out you guys for fucking just balling up the whole weekend at Zenyara. I mean, tables every fucking night, Sprinter van. I feel like that experience was just different, bro.
The Sprinter was the biggest.
That was the
fucking-
best play that I
The biggest
could've
lock-in of all of Coachella for sure.
How much did that whole weekend cost? Or actually, just give a range. Plus 200.
No. I spent, let me think. I mean, yeah, people chipped for like the house, which was nice. But yeah, the driver plus the tables and everything, it was probably around like $100,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Expensive as fuck.
Inexpensive but a fun weekend. It was, I mean, worth every penny for real.
That shit
Except
was,
for the second night of Zenyara when we had the stage table and we had another table that we just didn't use and didn't go to. I spent an extra $10,000 on that just didn't need to be spent. But
Right.
whatever.
man, that was so funny. There was like 25 of us just like,
We were deep.
it was deep.
We ran that shit, bro. Like weekend one, like people knew what the fuck was going on with the bankroll shit by the end of it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Moose was asleep on the section that.
Yeah,
night.
Moose fell asleep in the corner of it. But then on night 1, you also gifted TJ the fucking iced out G-Shock.
That was berserk, bro. That was insane.
It was a fire moment.
How'd you decide on that gift? And dude, you turned what? You turned 20.
23.
God damn. 23.
I got us both bust down Rolexes from TPT, and I like was looking for super specific dials and bands for each of them. I like wanted it to be some shit that I knew we'd both fuck with. And my shit was ready, but his shit still wasn't sourced yet. And it got down to the wire of where like they were like, yeah, we can just ship it to Dubai. And I was like, honestly, like I had this idea in my head for like probably like 6 months, maybe. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a hard ass watch and I'll just give it to him at Zanyara, like when we're faded. I've been like, that was a lock for like a long time. And then right before we left for Coachella, we went to dinner, like me, Dressy, and Jordan and Tyler. And I think it was like 2 days before we left, and he kept talking about a bust down G-Shock, and he was saying like, yeah, like I might buy one. He was saying he was gonna buy one like the day before we left, and I was like, please shut the fuck up, bro, because like I'm trying to get you a gift or whatever. And then yeah, like the day before we left, I just called Sanjay and I was like, yo, can't wait anymore. Like we need to make a crazy audible. Like I have 10K to spend 2 days. I'll drive anywhere in Miami or anywhere in Florida even. Like start sourcing. And literally all of TPT, bro, like sent a bat signal out, and they probably sent me like 12 options. And then finally I saw that Darth Maul shit came through. It was in New York, and I sent the wire like instantaneously, bro. And then I was really scared. They had to overnight it to Palm Springs, which I totally thought something was either going to get like fucked up or was going to get lost. But sure enough, that shit touched down, and then we made it happen. I almost forgot about it too because of how faced we got the first day.
I was so confused when everybody starts recording and you're pulling out the bag. We were just, dude. I was like half ET on the couch.
You want to hear?
Let me tell you what was going through my brain. Look, so I'm sitting on the table rapping to this jount, right? And I'm like feeling her, whatever. This shit's awesome. And Carson taps me on the shoulder, and I'm like kind of pissed. I'm like, bro, like let me flow. And I'm like, bro, what? And he's like, bro, come here. And I'm like, dog. And he has like a serious look on his face, and I'm like, oh my God, he's going to tell me that this girl like is bad news or like just some horrible shit. Like, and my heart dropped. He was like, bro, come here for a second. And I was like, fuck, bro. And I'm so like gone, and I don't see fucking everyone with like camera crew out. I'm just like, bro, like my heart's at the fucking pit of my stomach, and I just think Carson's gonna be like, yo, bro, I know you're fucking with this girl right now, but like, it's like you gotta stay away from it. And then yeah, next thing I know, he just pulls that shit out, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Yeah, that was literally a roller coaster of emotions. It was like up, down, and then right back up.
Yeah, fucking when I was about to give it to him, like I told you too, but you must have just been so marshmallowed out that like you forgot or some shit.
No, I remember when you told me, but then I was just in my own world.
Yeah, all the boys knew, and Jordan like was like, oh, like now's the time. And I'm like, bro, like he's talking to the shorty.
Like literally mid-max sesh,
and Jordan was like, nah, like trust me, like she's gonna see that and like fuck with them even more. And I was like, that makes sense, like valid. But yeah, I remember like once he said it and I looked back at the video, I can just see like he totally thought I was gonna tell him like, yo, that girl has like a penis or something.
Bro,
shit.
literally,
like, yeah.
that's what was going through my head.
Yeah.
I thought he was like, cause I'm fucking like mega gone, like super sauced. And he's just like, bro, I gotta talk to you. And I'm like, damn, like right now? Like what could this possibly be? Yeah, that was a lot.
That was hilarious. So now the boys are single again. We're coming off the bender. I gotta ask, what girls got better recoil, Miami or Puerto Ricans?
Oh, well, Miami, it's fake recoil. Puerto Ricans, all of them have the frame. That's something that you have to be careful about. Every single Puerto Rican has elite framework. They're just like born with it, but you have to make sure their face is on point. Miami, I feel like it's kind of I don't know. I'm not really into Miami Jones. Not really my style.
I think kind of touching on what he just said, the natural framework of Puerto Rico is pretty incomparable. It's the only place I've ever been where, like, bro, the grandmas.
I'm telling you, bro. No, I'm actually telling you. You literally land at the airport in the jaunt that's like working
Scanning the
baggage
tickets,
claim.
bro, yeah.
It's just like causing an earthquake.
Yeah.
Like
So the Puerto Rican recoil is different.
crazy, bro.
You really have to pay attention. The face is like the only thing, because if you're just looking at some shit from behind, like everything's a 10, honestly.
So it's got more to offer than just tax benefits.
Yes.
For sure, yeah.
What's been the favorite part about being out there?
Bro, the life that you live out there is just so awesome. Like I am in such flow state. Like my routine, it's kind of like I'm living Groundhog Day, where it's just you have the same day over and over again. But I love that day. Like that day is my dream and ideal day. I wake up, I walk my dog, I come back, I drink my coffee outside while like the sun's just on my face and I can walk around my pool, journal, read a book outside. I go trade and then take calls like on the beach and eat lunch on the beach. It's like, bro, people dream of doing that shit.
Yeah, you guys got a good system out there, it seems like.
Fuck
And
yeah.
you got, how far away are you guys from each other in Puerto Rico?
30 seconds, bro.
Yeah.
That's so
Pretty
lit.
quick.
It's the biggest thing for me being out there is definitely just like the peace aspects. They're like, you can do that in Miami, I guess, but like out in Puerto Rico, like really nobody can like fuck with our energy like at all. And maybe that sounds corny, but like, yeah, like you don't see bullshit out there. I mean, Puerto Ricans be like chilling and shit, but the areas we live in, like everybody's locked the fuck in. It's very same shit, working a certain amount of hours a day. We got the beach, no crash out, fucking space sets lingering on my feed. Yeah, it's good, bro.
That's another thing why I like Puerto Rico is not that people don't know me out there, but it's so different from the States. Anywhere I go in the States, not that I don't like linking up with people that are like, you know, whatever, followers of me, but it does get overwhelming. Like I'm an introvert, so like being outside and in Miami, like I don't really like going out into public to go eat food because I know it's going to entail like a couple dap ups and a couple pictures being taken. And in Puerto Rico, that just doesn't happen because I'm in a I go from gated neighborhood to gated neighborhood, and there's other people that are out there that are way more successful than me, way more popular than me on social media. And the fact that they don't have to worry about that shit means that I definitely don't have to worry about that shit. And it's nice. You feel like a human out there versus out here. It's like do a trick, you know, like, oh, like, yeah, like where's your car at? Like, oh, you know, just, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's definitely something I mean, I haven't left Miami, but it's like, you know, as a content creator, you know, like, for example, like TJR Trades is different than Tyler in a way. You know what I mean? It's not different, but at the same time, it's like there's a differentiation between like, even like, you know, when you're out here, people just like, they sometimes forget that it's just like, it's part entertainment. It is you, but there's a differentiation between you, right, and the content sometimes.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Because the content is like I say this all the time, content, it's not fake. It's just an over exaggerated version of yourself. So like, obviously I'm not going to be talking that reckless or that crazy about certain shit in just a normal conversation, but online, that's what's going to get views. And so I'll boost it up a little bit. I'll still be speaking about things in the same way. I'll still have the same opinions, but I'm going to, you know, accentuate them a little bit versus in a situation like this is different. Like a podcast and more of like a longer form YouTube video, I'm more myself, but on the short form, it's like, you got to get their attention. So
Of course.
you got to, like you too, you know,
100%.
like you're like a fucking geeker in real life, but like on, you know, TikTok, it's like
Mega geeker.
Yeah, exactly. Like we have to do what we got to do.
Yeah. But rewinding now, because I know a lot of people watching this right now are probably wondering, you know, first pod with us three, when did the link up first happen? Like, what was the origin of 1800 Bankroll?
You want to break that down?
Yeah, I can cut into that shit a little bit. I was basically working with another influencer, kind of like managing and helping him with his shit. and we went out to Puerto Rico to visit this kid who I had never heard of. He was like, had hella crypto paper, but he was definitely like a super small fry type of guy. Like 20K or some shit, 15K followers across platforms.
Yeah, bro. I was like,
Was it during kid giving adult advice?
no,
That was even earlier.
Yeah. I only had like 100,000 followers across all platforms, and the majority of it was on TikTok. I probably only had like 20,000 subs on YouTube.
Yeah, and we went out there. The person I was with like with this girl and her burnt ass friend, and it was kind of just like a cooked trip, honestly. So we didn't get to like connect too much I think I was there for a week, and then on like day 4, I was so over like the cooked ass jaunt and her friends and like my boy that I was working with too. All love to him. I had like texted T and was like, "Yo, is there any gas on the island?" Like at this point, like I'm trying to get fried. And he was like, "Honestly, bro, like I got a gravity bong on my crib. Like just pull up and like we can face." And like I said, we didn't like hit it off at all or really talk much. He had like drip though, and we were kind of like, sorry. We were kind of like peeping game and shit. Like I remember seeing him wear some rude shit, which I wasn't like used to seeing other people. So I was kind of like, what the fuck's this guy up to? And then when we got fried, that's when I was like, okay, like I think we probably smoked for like 2 hours, bro. And I was like, bro, this kid's cool as fuck. Like
Just ripping the gravity bomb?
just getting
Oh yeah,
so
bro,
fried,
just hitting
bro.
the Jeeb. It
Is
was
that, were you using like a glass one?
We were using the like some serious like some serious machinery,
Whiskey,
bro. It
bro.
was like the shit that like you tip over.
Oh,
and
you
then-
flip it?
Yeah, bro. Like I was on some serious.
Yeah, so
stoner
we're
shit.
smoking our faces off out that bitch. And I leave back to Maryland the next day, but like I remember going to sleep that night, just like we were like cemented at that point. Like
Yeah.
we didn't know like what the next step would be, obviously, because we had only spent like 48 hours together. But that was like, okay, brother,
It was destiny.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know the full story. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And then after all of that had happened, he went to Italy for like a month. And like I would text him. I probably texted him like 2 or 3 times throughout that. Or I didn't even text him. I think I was just like sending him DMs and shit, just like whatever, on some like super random shit like, yo, what are you doing out there? And then I was kind of in need of an assistant, and I hired this one dude who just like he wasn't really the best fit at all, and he was out there while he was in Italy, and I was like, man, this is not looking good. I need to fire this kid. And I was like, I still need an assistant. So Carson gets back, and I hit him, and I'm like, yo, I don't know if you're still doing anything with that other influencer. Do you want to come out to Puerto Rico? I kind of need this spot to get filled. It's pretty much the same shit that you've been doing with this other guy. We can see if this shit works. And then he came out there for a week. And then it was like, bro, we were so locked in, got so much shit done. Like we filmed a whole bunch of crazy videos, had like literally some of like the most fun that I've ever had in my life with like a friend. And then
Because you were dolo that whole time, no? Or you had
pretty
an
much,
assistant,
yeah. I
but-
had the assistant move in, but I just wasn't fucking with him at all. And then, yeah, after he came out there, it was like the week was up, and I was like, all right, bro, like, what's the word? And yeah, he pretty much went back home, packed all of his shit up, and then moved back out to Puerto Rico like 2 days later.
Yeah, it just was
It's
like
crazy.
I remember people in my hometown, because the person I was working with had like a couple million followers, and Tyler was like,
Bro,
again, really small at the time. And there were even my mom was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I don't know. I just saw the vision, bro. Like, he was super young. He already had he already had a lot of paper, but there was just like I knew there was so much room to like grow and shit. And yeah, just like fucking bottom ticked his ass. And we not only did we like have a ton of fun, you know, as homies and shit, but we've also built like crazy shit too. Like
yeah.
for his brand, my own brand, the brand we're working on now, all social media platforms, like it's been so up, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to ask you guys about Kiltech and everything you've worked on, but I wanted to say, I mean, even when we met for the first time, how long was that after you guys had been linked
Pretty
up?
fucking recent.
That was
bro.
like super recent. Yeah, that was
months.
probably like within the first month or two of
months.
him moving out to Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Yeah, so when we linked up, I mean, bro, because the vision, again, like I had 30,000, maybe 20,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
First time we had linked, we had an amazing night.
Yeah.
Got fried, got drunk. You got a table in New York. But Carson, you told me as well, you were like, just keep fucking pushing. And let's talk in like 6-8 months once things begin to pick up. And now fucking all of our brands have just gone stupid.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Pretty nuts.
It's super
It's pretty
insane.
nuts.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what I felt most at Coachella. It was like kind of like a full circle moment. Like, holy
Big
shit,
time.
we're all out here.
That's what so before you got into the mix with the Coachella full circle moment, that's what had happened with me and Packrat too. Shout out Lucas, because this is, bro, like even more before, like when I was still living in Utah, bro. I went out to Arizona to visit Lucas, and whatever, he was like a senior, and it was like the last night of like people going out before finals. I had already dropped out of school, and I went to go visit him. We crashed out together. It was a lot of fun. And then literally a couple weeks later was like Coachella, and I texted him. I was like, yo, bro, like I'll comp your entire trip. Like I just want to go out there with someone. And yeah, bro, at that time, I probably only had like 10,000 followers on TikTok. Like I was a fucking nobody, bro. And Lucas was like way bigger than me. And that trip, we kind of just did it not like the wrong way, but it's like every single year that we've done Coachella since then has been better and better. So like the first year it was like just me, Lucas, and then one of his like hometown friends. And yeah, bro, like we got like fucking GA tickets. We were staying in like a regular ass B&B, like nothing crazy. And then the following year, Carson came with us, and it was Lucas and then one of our other friends that does like social media and back end stuff. And we did it even better. And then this year it's like, we're just adding more people to the group. And it's just super cool to be able to look back on where I was at, whatever. Like Coachella is like kind of like a checkpoint of all of our careers. It's super cool to be able to link back up in the desert with people that we don't really see too often. I know we see you a decent amount out here, but someone like Lucas, like that's mine and his checkpoint where we're just like, geez, bro, like it's crazy.
And to be able to do that for like 3 whole days too, like
That's crazy.
I'm genuinely fucking concerned for how next year is gonna look.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
It's over.
yeah, it's gonna be
crazy, bro.
we're definitely planning on doing like a full, you know how like brands will sponsor a
I'm
crib or some
getting
shit.
in the mix next year with the whole plan, because I know I went on my own.
No, for
this
sure,
time,
bro.
but
We're flying into this fucking field on helicopters. And
that shit's
shit,
getting
bro.
burned down.
But yeah, we're gonna do like a whole Killtech sponsored house. We definitely want to get like a fucking pad next year, bro. Lazy River type work.
Yeah.
So
I think for some people watching too, it's like it goes to show that shit takes time, bro. You know, and even though like when you say takes time, like 3-4 years, I mean, we've all been doing shit for however long, whatever you want to call the start date. But like if you just look at it, like put your head down, get after it, do your own thing, bro, shit just starts it just starts to spawn in.
You look up after putting your head down for a couple years, and like that's the thing, you kind of have to have your head down for a really long period of time, and then when you do take your head up, you're like, holy shit, like what the fuck is my life right now? And then those are the moments that you have to like truly savor and love and enjoy. Then it's right back to business, because if you have your head up in the clouds for too long, then that's when
It
shit
gets cloudy.
Yeah, that's when shit definitely gets cloudy. A little cumulonimbus up there. It's pretty dicey.
real.
Yo, and you know, a lot of people say you shouldn't do business with friends and shit. You know, Moose is one of my best friends since day one, and we've been working together. I mean, now we're all great friends. I've done more work with you, Carson, with info and stuff. But I mean, how have you guys managed that shit? Because I know there's probably a lot of people out there too who like are with their homies trying to figure it out. Is it tough?
Sure. The first thing I'll say real quick before Tyler breaks into that shit is like, it is definitely a tricky thing. I'd say bit like friends and family, but like
Even money, bro.
yeah, but like the biggest thing for me to say too, like, cause I also have friends that work for me on the other shit that I work for too, is like, just don't work with pussies. Like me and Tyler are best friends, but I also like, I'm a natural bred hustler. I don't know anybody that works as hard as I do, and he's very similar to me. As long as, you know, you can find people who can do that shit, I see like no problem, as long as they're not pussies.
I also would like to say that, I don't know, this may be a little bit different, but it's like, it's kind of like the origin of everything. Cause I think about how we started, like we technically didn't start out as friends. Like he came out there on a business trip and then like things just morphed into what we have now. So it's like, I wasn't just grabbing like a friend that I had from college and was like, yo, here's this awesome opportunity. It was like, we had like a couple bonding moments, but it wasn't like, yo, this dude's my dog for life, how it is right now. It was like, yo, I think you could help me out with a couple things and I like who you are and you're a chill guy. And then one thing leads to another. And then we become friends off of that. And that's how the majority of my good business decisions have came about, is like, we'll start off as business partners, and then from there it turns into a friendship. Like very rarely have I ever just, I don't know, maybe to try and keep that boundary because I'm too scared of losing friendships with some of the people that I'm close with, you know, over like whatever, because who fucking knows, like bad business. But yeah, for the most part, it's just been like business partners first, and then out of it, it just sprouts a friendship because you guys are working every single day together.
Yeah. And now you guys recently launched Kiltech. I mean, I know you guys have been working on it for a fucking minute, but first drop went crazy. You guys cleared 6 figures. I'm rocking the white graphic tee right now. Yep. It's fire as fuck. I wore when you first gave me the hoodie and I wore it, I'm not even kidding, like multiple randos, people who work in this building were like, yo, that's a sick fucking design. How did this all come to be?
You want me to talk about it?
Just cut each other off.
Somebody just asked me this shit like yesterday. We both, like, before I even started making the paper that I make now, I've been into like drip and shit my whole life too. And people who are into that shit, like, it's like if you know, you know type of thing. And I knew that with Tyler right away. Like, even what you were wearing in middle school can tell me like what you understand about fashion. And yeah, like we were both spending crazy money, still do spend absolute retard bands on like designer and shit. Like I'm a Balenciaga fiend for sure. But we were just like, bro, we had brought it up like a few times, like we should do clothing. But then it was to a point where it's like, yo, we're spending like a lot of fucking money on clothes and shit. Like in a lot of these garments, there's like, you know, it's not exactly what I want it to be. Like it's fly as fuck, but like I would change this, or like I would put this here. And we were like, bro, fuck it. Like, let's just start making, you know, our own shit. That's the clothing brand shit never came about from us being like, yo, let's make something that everybody's going to fuck with. It was like, let's make some hard ass garments for ourselves. And yeah.
It's funny too, because I think we just now started to realize like, oh, holy shit, we can make a lot of money from this. Yeah. Like when we started it, it was kind of just like, yeah, we just want to make clothes. And on my end, it was like, this is something that like, I was panicking a little bit because as like Carson started getting like, just taking on more roles and like doing shit for me, it got to a point where I was like, I want this dude to be making as much money as possible. But it was kind of like, well, fuck, like, you can only do so much and make so much. Like he wasn't able to infinitely or exponentially make more money essentially, because it's like, I can only pay him so much and he can only work with however many other people doing the same shit with me. So I was like, I don't want to lose him from his own ambition, because I saw like this dude was journaling, he's reading books, and I'm just fucking panicking. I'm like, fuck, bro, I know this guy wants to do big shit. And right now, I like, not that I was holding him back, but I was just like, fuck, like, how can I help him get there? And we had already talked about Kiltech before I started panicking about the shit. But this is just like a perfect way for us to stay like locked in, and for him to not get like super separated from me because he wants to go and do bigger and better things, which is like that it was like just the best case scenario for real, because now he's able to just like exponentially grow and like, I don't know, kind of be like his own dictator of like, you know, how much paper he's bringing in. Not that he wasn't before, but it's just like, it's a whole different vehicle of being able to make money.
It's a full new venture as well.
Yeah.
And so you guys would say this isn't, you know, it went from being let's fuck around and make clothes for ourselves to, okay, we got some serious opportunity here.
Oh, dude,
this isn't, you wouldn't say this is like a quick cash grab. You guys are fully into getting into.
We're 6 figures deep on this and we haven't taken any profits. And we don't really plan on taking any profits for foreseeable future, because we both make really good money. That's another reason why it did so well from the jump, is because we were able to get everything in bulk on hand. Like that's how we're doing these drops. It's like we're paying a lot of money for samples. We're paying a lot of money for packaging. Like we're making sure everything is perfect, and we pretty much were able to speed run everything because of the capital that we had beforehand. So then when it came time to drop, people were like, oh, holy shit, this is like insane for the first drop of a clothing brand. And it's like, yeah, because we put the time and the money beforehand, and we were able to spend, pretty much like more than 6 figures before the first drop even happened. And yeah, like we're trying to grow this thing to be super big. It's so fucking crazy how big it's gotten after just one single drop of 4 products. And this next drop is going to be even fucking crazier. I have some like insane goals and aspirations with this shit.
Fuck yeah.
The biggest thing, like kind of what you just said about cash grab, is like that's the largest thing I want Kiltech to stand for. What it's not. Like this is not some pop-up Instagram that's gonna do like 5 drops and then you'll never hear. Like we both are so business oriented, which is such a blessing that like, and I would also call us both like tryhards, that now that Kiltech got as big as it is, and I know there's so many people watching, like there's zero shot that you're not gonna see this shit everywhere, bro. Like in the next 365 days to like 2 years, like literally everywhere.
So would you guys say that with this, I mean, it sounds like this project has kind of shown as well that the more money you got, the more money you can make. You guys have been able to fast track a lot of like the sourcing, the producing. Would you agree with that during your guys' time doing business and shit? Like you're able to open up more doors now that you got more money to invest in shit?
Yeah, I mean, it's fucked up. Like, or it's not fucked up. It's how the world works. But even people that I like from my hometown and shit have been working on brands since before I even started selling shoes and shit. And like, we're like 40xing their shit. But again, this is like, I'd be lying if I said it was easy too, because we've both put a lot of fucking time into like, you can't make some shit like this just out of thin air. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, like we've grinded our asses off, but the leverage that we have, again, like some of the people we're sending packages to for this next capsule, like
Crazy.
People would literally pay 25, 30 G's to send them their merch. And it's some shit that people are like, bro, like send me the hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Like can't beat that.
So what if someone got a comment? You'll pick 2 comments. They can get a piece or 2 or whatever you fucking want. What do they got to comment?
Bankroll.
Yeah.
Bankroll.
Yeah.
All right, comment bankroll, and then you guys will pick someone.
Fuck yeah.
Hard.
So TJ, I wanted to ask you next. You did a little rebrand
With the haircut?
with the haircut. You're looking slimmer, more athletic.
Leaned out.
How you feeling?
Good, bro.
What caused that change, though, bro? I mean, you went sober the first 3 months of the year.
Yeah, like 4 months. Or yeah, it was 3 months. Yeah.
You've been getting a lot of positive comments on the new look.
Hey man, people are liking what I got going on right now. It's been good. Yeah, bro. I had been telling him for like probably 8 months, like, oh, I want to change my hair. I want to cut my hair. And I was just like too scared to do it. And there was just like a lot of different things in my life that I'm a type of guy where I need to change a whole bunch of shit at once. It's like periods of change, like where I'll go through like 2 years straight of doing the same thing every single day, looking the same, acting the same. And then it's just like, boom, all of a sudden I'm just like, holy shit, I need to change a whole bunch of shit up. And typically that leads to a whole bunch of more success, a whole bunch of money being made, and a whole bunch of better things happening. So I started off with like a test run of doing like the braids. and people fucking loved it. And I was like, oh shit, this is like, it kind of gave me like this feeling of like, okay, I kind of want to do more. And then, yeah, bro, there was just something that kind of like struck me. There was a whole bunch of like personal and life decisions that happened. I moved out of my old house. Whatever. I don't want to get into the personal shit, but yeah, there's just like a couple things that happened where I was like, I think this is a time for me to change a lot of things about my life right now and a lot of things that I'm doing. And yeah, one of them was cutting my long hair. And at the time, nobody online had seen me with short hair before ever. And it kind of got to a point where I was like, either I keep the long hair and I can never cut this long hair because at that point it'll become a brand risk because people just know me as the long hair trading guy, or I cut it right now and I'm free to do whatever the fuck I want with my hair whenever I want. So I was like, this is just an obvious decision. So I cut my hair. And yeah, like a month before that, I had decided that I wanted to start losing weight. And yeah, I don't know, bro. I just wanted to change a lot of things in my life and I made it happen.
You feeling good?
Yeah, feeling really good. I'm not quite at the body weight that I want to be at just yet. I'm trying to, now that I'm lean, I'm like, how low the fuck can I go? That's kind of where my head's at. I'm like, I want to see like some crazy shit happen. And then once I get there, then I'll slowly like lean bulk back up. But I've been getting a lot of compliments recently. People have been really liking the hair change. And even, I don't know, I thought I was like a good looking guy with the long hair, and I think I was, but I look at that person compared to now, like, I don't know, I just look cleaner, a little bit more professional. And it's funny, like the long hair almost made me, maybe it was just natural in my face. Like I looked a little bit sad with my long hair because it was just like covering my face. And like, I don't know if I had an RBF or it was just because like my face was like a little bit chubbier. But now like I see pictures of myself and I'm like, holy shit, this dude's like a happy, good looking dude. So,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
You made a video saying people are saying you look like Quan.
Nah, I mean, yeah, I get mistaken for the wrong race all the time. That shit will happen. But
Did somebody give you the N-word pass? Because you've been dropping it a bit.
I mean, it's not that I have to even have one of those to let that shit fly, but most of the time, that shit just, I mean, look, I think you're kind of just given that shit with the type of way that you roll. Some people, they'll get pressed out, but now, like, I think I can be in public and just let that shit fly.
Hey, man.
Yeah, Jordan gave it to me during Coachella.
That's huge.
That's a big one, actually.
I think it was a single use, though.
Oh, damn. It was a free trial.
I hate those.
I think I got a free trial on it.
Jeez. Ask if you can up it to, like, a monthly recurring type of situation.
I'll put in a word for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if somebody gives you the N-word pass and you don't say it,
that's racist.
Oh,
that's more racist.
Yeah,
than,
if someone gives you the N-word pass and you don't say it, you definitely don't deserve to say it. If you're ripping it before they give you the pass and then they give it to you, that just solidifies it. Like, you can let that bitch fly. And then if someone gives you the pass and then you hit it and they're just like, that was cold, maybe don't say it. Maybe don't say it again once you redeem your pass, but see if they'll give you another one in the future. And then maybe after the second use, like if you're blitzed, just be like, yo, you know, like hit them with it. And then if they're like, hey, then you can start letting it rock, you know?
That's very well said.
Yeah.
Did you get any drawback when you got the braids done at first?
Bro, no, I didn't. A lot of people thought it was hilarious. A lot of people thought it was super cool, super hard. A lot of people were fucking with it. However, there was one person, I don't really want to get into it, but there was one person who's just been like a hater of me from like for a while. It's like, it's stupid. They're not even online, but whatever. They were just like, bro, you know you can't do that, right? And I'm just like literally, I'm more black than you. Like, you don't even go there with that. I was like, bro, it's hair. Like, what are you saying? I can't put my hair a certain way. It's like telling a bitch she can't put her shit in a ponytail.
I think that's more racist than anything. is telling somebody they can't do a certain something because another fucking race claims it.
Right? Like, what am I gonna do? Not use chopsticks?
Yeah, like I can't even fathom, like genuinely, no funny shit. I can't even fathom like that doesn't connect in my brain. I've never thought of anything like that. So when I hear people say shit like that, like, you know, you can't do that. Like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, 100%. Are you thinking about doing a rebrand, Carson?
He's hit a couple rebrands.
Yeah.
You had the buzz cut a little while ago. You're looking like Slim Shady.
Yeah, I'll be moving around, man. I don't know. I'm a pretty chill guy, but bro, I'm also a pretty spontaneous guy. So, I mean, you can ask Tyler. Like, I just be doing shit. I'll just pop up with some shit. I'll pop up with a watch, maybe a new whip. Maybe I'll pop up with a crib. Who knows?
Or a new tattoo, bro,
Yeah.
because you're about to get you tatted head to toe now.
Yeah. I'll pop up with some shit. Just like when we were in Dubai. I told him that I rented like a weak ass Audi. I was like, yeah, bro, like I got it. Like, that's all they had. And it came down, it was a fucking drop top Ferrari F8. 23 jump. That's the type of shit.
That is too funny. So yeah, you got the end pass. You're chilling. I need to ask for an extension.
Yeah, definitely get a contract extension on that. Just whenever you need it, it'll come in handy.
Now I wanted to ask you guys about the whole info space, because it feels like we're getting to a point where this course bubble may pop. It's just, I mean, the amount of money being printed on info products on social media is outrageous. Like, at least the ones that I follow, you know, Rob, Mason, you guys, there's Shelby, Ashton Hall in the building now, 4 to 8, Brez. Who's making the most paper right now? I mean, aside from you guys.
It's people that you actually wouldn't expect. I know a lot of the back end stuff. It's the older guys. It's none of the younger guys that you see all online. The younger guys are absolute fucking baby food compared to, I know people that are doing $3 million a month with info and you've never seen them online. I know people that are doing $5 to $7 million in info and you've just never seen them online. They're popping. They have more followers than me and you, but they just like, they're attracting a much older crowd. It's like there's a couple spaces. It's like the sales space is a really big one with info, like teaching people how to sell. And I know Shelby like covers some of that, but like her audience, it's like young girls. So like they don't really have as much money to spend compared to like a 45-year-old dad who's already making whatever, $100,000 or $200,000 a year. They're able to drop some paper and they're willing to change, like have the opportunity to change their lives. So it's, yeah, bro, it's none of us. None of those people that you listed are the top of the game. It's the people that like, let me think of, I couldn't even tell you like a fucking household, like social media household name because you just wouldn't even fucking know them, bro. It's like these older guys. There's this one dude that charges $1 million for one of his high ticket packages and he closes 3 of them a year. And it's like, it's just insane money, bro.
That's crazy
Yeah.
to think about. You charge $1 million.
$1 million cash.
You close
bro.
3 people and you're stacking.
It's crazy. Yeah. So in short, we're all baby food.
But it seems, I mean, then, yeah, so everyone's baby food. But let's talk about Brez, though. I've never linked up with him, but he seems to be crushing it, bro. He's all over my YouTube recommended. I'm not even watching as much entrepreneur content right now, besides like our friend groups and stuff. But you guys have linked up with him recently. He seems to be killing it. What is he up to?
Yeah, he's doing good. I think
He's younger than you?
He's
he's a young guy, 20. Yeah, he's doing really well. I think I try and give him like advice every now and then. He hasn't listened to a single one of them, but I mean, I'm just keeping it a buck, bro. But I love him. I think if he just, there's a couple things that I would say do a little bit differently. But I mean, you can't say that he's doing everything wrong. Man, I know this clip is going to get taken out of context. I fucking love Brez. Everything that he's doing is really fucking good. There's just a couple things that I see in him. There's like a couple young childish decisions that he's making that I wish like I could go in and just be like, don't do that right now. Like wait a year or two and then you can do everything that you're doing. But other than that, yeah, bro, he's absolutely fucking crushing it. And he's a good person too. It's funny. I can just like with you, I think we have a pretty good like radar of knowing who's going to pop it or not. And yeah, like I started talking to Braids, and I don't talk to other creators. So like, that's how you kind of know that if I go out of my way to like try and say something to you or try and link up with you, like that means I think that you're up next. And yeah, bro, he's been crushing it. Nothing but good things to say about him. He's been good.
I like the little dude. We brought him to space. It was pretty crazy. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that
We
was
kind of
fun.
kept that like off camera, but he was in space turning up. He actually reminds me of myself. Obviously, he's fucking like GT3 RS and Aventador, which is not me at all. But yeah, he's a really good kid, and he's helping us with our ads for Kiltech. We're not going like, obviously we're still just getting started with that, so it's not like anything crazy. But yeah, he is fucking crushing it. His YouTube's going crazy. Me and Tyler, well, we met him like two months ago in person now, or 3 months ago or some shit. I keep in pretty good touch with him, actually. He just hit me up and asked if I was doing anything for F1, which I'm fucking not, but...
Yeah, no, so the reason I was asking, about the whole info space and this crazy course fucking bubble that we're kind of in is because I know a lot of the guys out there watching look up to a lot of these people we mentioned. What do you think are some of the most common mistakes you see them make? Or that you see, what's one of the most common mistakes you think you might have made that others can avoid trying to break into building their social media brand and scale into info?
I mean, look, bro, I think this is like kind of something that's like a little bit of a sad reality is not, I mean, it's going to sound like a little bit rude, but I don't think it takes a certain type of person to be able to blow up on TikTok, to be able to blow up on Instagram, to be able to blow up on YouTube. You don't necessarily have to be cool. You can be a freaking weirdo and blow up, but like it just does take a certain person, a certain personality. Cause I think I see a lot of people trying to do it and some of them just aren't able to. Not saying that it's absolutely impossible, but I've seen people that have been going at it for 5 years and they can barely crack like 100,000 followers, which by all means is good, right? But it's hard for me to sit here and say every single one of you guys has the opportunity to get 1 million followers on Instagram. I just don't necessarily think that's like 100% possible. But if they do want to grow on social media, I mean, I think even you're a little bit more qualified to say this than I am. It's just like, be yourself for real. And like what we were talking about earlier, like over exaggerate some parts of yourself. And if people like it, then fucking run with it. And most importantly, do not portray a person that you are not, because 2 years later down the line, you will be literally wearing a full costume and you'll literally have like, I've seen it happen with so many creators, bro, where I know who they are in person and I know who they portray themselves as online, and they are complete opposites of each other. And the human that is not the person on social media is literally having a midlife crisis because they don't even know who the fuck they are anymore. And they have anxiety issues. They are self-conscious as fuck. So that's the biggest thing that I would say away from. I would just say, be true to yourself. Fuck the cancel shit. Fuck, who cares, bro? Like, you might as well just try and post. And if people fuck with you, then awesome, run with it. But don't try and be someone that you're not on social media, because it will lead to a downward spiral.
And that goes for all shapes, sizes, whatever industry you want to get into when building your brand, right? Whether that's business, whether that's entertainment, whatever it may be.
Yeah. I mean, your personal brand is a business in itself. So like, you think about a business that starts off with really strong like culture or business values, and then as it goes more and more corporate, if they lose those values, then the brand or company falls off. And it's like, you wonder why, because it lost the original values that made it grow in the first place. So you want to keep that personality, keep who you really are intact.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, because when you're just 100% yourself online, it doesn't matter what you end up doing. Like you guys, you fucking, you're a trader, right? You that was the worst way to put it. I was about to say you're an investor. I mean, your content is finance content, right? But at the same time, you show sides of yourself and shit. Now you guys are working together on a fucking clothing drop. Yeah. Obviously, people have noticed you guys are into fashion, different clothing and shit, but completely different avenue of what you've done for the past years, and it worked because the people who follow you guys for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's no way that the 700 and however many thousand people on Instagram follow me, like, are all traders, you know, like it's just in my head, that's just not even possible. Like I would probably say more than half of those people just follow me for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really like the only way to be. The internet definitely lacks genuineness, like for sure. And like Tyler said a little bit, like with the costume shit, so many people, and it's even like some people I'm friends with and I've worked with too, they get stuck in these boxes, bro. And like that box can be the death of somebody. Not like actually death, but like as a creator and somebody making money and shit. And me from like a management perspective too, like our goal with TJR brand in general has also been like, we said this like a year and a half ago now, like pretty much right when we started working, is like we want to grow Tyler outside of just being a fucking TJR Trades. Now it's TJR. People know TJR. They don't. TJR Trades is a sub account. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the best way to be as a creator. And you can do, if you're actually your cell phone camera, obviously you got to exaggerate and shit and you know, make some
Entertain.
clips or whatever, of course. But yeah, if you're yourself, then that rebrand it literally will just happen over time.
100%.
That's the other thing with like the social media shit. You have to adapt. Like I think people like kind of become a one-trick pony. They do the same thing over and over again, and then over time people either just like don't find it interesting anymore, or the type of entertainment or education style has changed. Not that you have to like constantly be adapting to whatever is trending, but you yourself as a human are changing. Let yourself change and let that change your content as well. Like I think about my content a year ago, there's some shit that I was doing back then that I would never do now because I look back and I'm like, damn, that was really fucking cringy. But at the time it worked and people loved it. And now I'm doing shit now that I'm sure in a year or two, I'll look back and be like, what the fuck was I doing? You know? So just literally just be you. Like that's as easy as it is.
As easy as it is pretty complex for some people to understand that side,
Yeah.
you know?
A lot of that's, bro. I think confidence is like one of the biggest things. I made a TikTok on this morning. A lot of people like get upset at confidence. Like, like what are we talking about here? You're saying that you're going to get mad at me for loving my true self and being the truest version of myself and loving that person. Like that just shows serious insecurities on your own end because you wish you could be doing the type of shit that I'm doing. You wish that you could fucking whatever, dress the way, not like exactly how I dress, because some people don't like the way that I dress, but I'm just saying like go out and do whatever the fuck you want, whenever the fuck you want to, because that's what you want to do at that point in time in your life. And a lot of people are super, super envious of that. And they'll say, you're cocky, you're arrogant, you only care about yourself.
You changed.
Well, bitch, this is the only life that I have, so I'm going to put myself at the top of that fucking list. And everything else will come second to me because this is my life.
100%.
Fuck yeah, and you can't, like, a lot of people live through those people, and that's how you get fucking stuck, bro, is especially from your hometown and shit, people trying to keep you in boxes, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't worry about making other people insecure. I used to feel that way, and when I go back home, like, still love everybody, but like, and I'm still the same dude, but of course you have to hold yourself to a higher standard to evolve and shit. And yeah, that's just fucking part of it, bro. People are gonna be insecure when you pop your shit. People are gonna feel weird and be envious of what you have going on, and that's kind of part of what comes with it. I'd rather deal with that than be wearing the same outfit I was 2 years ago and be doing the same shit, clocking into the same fucking bullshit job. So
100%. Love to hear that, bro. That's some serious shit. You know, people got to hear that 100% and do it because it's not easy.
Yeah, it's hard being yourself because like the outside, literally the world is built for you to conform to everybody else's opinions except for your own. And the second that you can start living your life based on your own opinions, based on your own decisions, is the second that like your life actually begins. Because fuck am I supposed to do just trying to dress the way that all these other people want me to dress? Fuck am I supposed to do to have the opinion that everybody else has? Like, bro, that's like at that point you don't even know who the fuck you are. Who are you? You don't even know. So
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a little weird, a little bit out of the box.
Everyone's fucking weird.
Everyone's weird.
Yeah.
You know?
A lot of people just don't embrace that shit though. And
Sometimes
then
you
they
hold back
wonder
from it.
why they fucking hate themselves.
Yep.
Like I was super fucking depressed back in the day, and I think back to that, and it's just like, dude, like it was because I was trying to make everyone else around me happy except for myself. Now, I'm making sure I'm happy first. And then turns out the people that fuck with me, they'll be pretty happy too.
100%. Love to fucking hear that, and it's so good to get both of you guys on. It's been a great fucking time. What's next for the boys? I mean, I know you're headed back to PR. You're gonna stay here for a little bit.
Yeah, we're about to drop in like
Capsule 2.
Yeah, like 2 weeks. That should be pretty fucking sweet. We have a lot of inventory, so it's gonna be some serious work. We're still doing everything out of the apartment right now. Literally for like, obviously we have the money. We could have a 3PL or we could pay a warehouse to fulfill all of our shit even here in Miami, but just one last time, we're going to do it by hand so we can document the fuck out of it. From this point on, we're just going to be at a scale. Like third capsule, we won't be able to anymore. But yeah, we're going to drop this shit, do it by hand. You'll see YouTube videos probably on both of our channels and shit. And then once we get that done, we'll be back on the island till we all link up to fucking go to Europe this summer and absolutely flip Ibiza upside down.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Yeah, man.
Europe's on the radar this summer.
Show.
Is it not?
100%.
Is it not on the radar?
It's on the radar.
Has to be, bro.
100%.
Gotta put some Europeans in some bankroll chains.
Yes, sir. Love that shit. Well, yeah, make sure you comment anyone who made it this far into the video, and we said it before.
Bankroll.
1,800 bankroll. They'll pick 2 people to get something from the second capsule. Carson with an X on Instagram.
Yep.
And YouTube as well.
Cxrson 7.
And then you guys, TJR on everything. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's fucking go, boys. Great to fucking have you.
Yeah, man. That was a good one.
That was a great one.